into the document. Now you can write from right here. That is what these tools are all about. I'm not going to tell you what to do either way, but I'll just let you know that formatting is very, very important. So right now, okay, so we have our content in here, right? There's some other things that we need to address. The first thing is we're going to make up a title for this. Or something like this. Now, what we will say is this isn't even close to good enough, folks. Oh man, we cannot wait to show you how to rock to the top of Google with WordPress SEO. However, this is what we will have for now. Now, remember we talked to you about permalinks, which are down here, right here on the settings function. Remember we told you this was a disaster? This is like a total waste of time. Let's go ahead and save this draft. We'll save the draft of our first post, and once we've done that, we're going to go to settings, and then we're going to go to permalinks. Now we told you that this default setting is a disaster. This pretty much is going to be 20 pages back. You want your articles to be as high on search as possible, and this is working directly against that goal. So you can choose what you think is best. You could choose what you think is best. However, what I will tell you is that I would stay away from this, and this is why. The great thing about Google is the longer an article is on their search engines, it will stay there. This is indicating a date. When it comes to all things web, if you have a date of, let's just say this date is 2006, same date 2006, people may see this and say, oh, that's old news, and not go. I would stay away from day and time. I would stay away from month and date. I would certainly go with I would go with this personally. Then you can do a custom structure. This, from a SEO standpoint, folks, this in a perfect world is where you want to be. And that's how we were able to rock to the top of Google with all our with our offers, regardless if it's 10,000 searches per month for a geo-targeted keyword or 30 million. This is how we rock right here. Not right here, but for purposes, I would definitely go with this. Don't, again, please don't do this. Don't do this. So we're going to go ahead and save those changes and let us go back to posts. Now you see the difference. Learn fast paid search tips, and let's go ahead to Google so we could show you why that's important, and let's just pick something out. We'll say Vice President Al Gore. This is why hold on one second. This is why this is important right here. Oh wow, if I had a product on Vice President Al Gore, I could own this page. But this is why people may say Al Gore support, and then even if it doesn't say Al Gore, like this says Clinton or something like this, at least the page title says Vice President Al Gore. So that's why this is important. People looking for the information you're going to serve, they may see this or they may see this. So just make sure you don't leave that, as we told you. So the next thing you want to do with a post is you want to go down. And on this, don't worry about this. Don't worry about this stuff right here yet. Anyway, and we'll get to this. You want to use a page if you're setting up products and offers. And we're going to show you how to do that. You want to use a page if at all possible within the template. If not, keep this in mind. If you can't, if the page of your template doesn't have this function, then you can use a post. But remember, there's another piece to that, and we'll get that real quick. We don't do this. This is ridiculous. It's distracting. So we don't do that. We don't mess with custom fields or anything like that. Brown here is what's important. Is there something that you wouldn't want to share or something like this? We haven't ran across anything, you see. So because we want to be transparent, share everything with everybody so they can come to our site and spend money. So we don't bother with this. But what is relative to finishing this post is your categories, folks. This, you never want to leave anything uncategorized for your tags, for tag purposes, and we'll get to that in a second. Make up a category for each post. Now, when you say, let's take this for example, when you say learn fast paid search tips, there may be, you may write 4 or 5 other posts that have to do with search tips. You can categorize them all under the same category. So what we're going to do is shorten this up, and basically this is just a reference section, and this is really how it's going to get indexed on the search engines properly anyway. So we're going to say search, we'll just shorten it and call it search tips. You can do that too. Make them as descriptive but short as possible. So we're going to go here, add a new category, and what you could see here is that search tip, this article is going to be categorized on Google, Yahoo, Bing as search, as well as your website as search tips. So there is deeper linking here that needs to happen as well. Well, I can't go there. There's deeper linking here that absolutely has to happen for you to produce results like this, you see. So, but at the same time, it's a start. Be sure you always check this. Be sure you always don't leave anything uncategorized. There's another way to see that. So when I come down to tags, tags aren't really relative in like search indexing anyway, unless you tweak your XML sitemap or robot text file, whatever you do for SEO. They can be important, but we want to focus on categories. So we'll give this the same thing, and we'll just call it search tips, right? So now that we've established a category, we unchecked this, created a new category, and you can create as many categories as you want to. Just make sure that everything within a particular subject, same subject matter, is categorized appropriately. You could set a featured image. We're not going to show you. We'll get to that, but there's another way to do images besides this, and this isn't any good anyway. So we are going to go ahead now. Listen, this is what you need to check. Make sure you have a title. Make sure obviously your permalinks. Make sure your permalinks are set as we showed you. If you change this, remember, both of these don't necessarily have to be the same, but you can click on this and you can change this to whatever you want. However, make sure you got your slashes in there. So that's okay. Those things are good. We got the article in. We spell checked it. Remember, your post and your pages, folks, are expressing who you are, what you are trying to say, your professionalism and everything else. Spell check is important, but what's more important is that you reread or have somebody reread your posts. You have to do that, because that's first impression. That first impression thing is certainly the truth. If this is sloppy, the punctuation isn't right, people are going to form an impression about you. I promise you that. So make sure it reads well, make sure it's even, and we'll check that in a minute. And then make sure that you have your category set up, and then make sure you have tags set up. So we're going to say that everything is ready to go here. So we are going to you can preview it, but we always go ahead and publish. That's kind of up to you.